Minivans are the ultimate family vehicle, but Honda has not had the ultimate minivan. In our last Cars.com minivan challenge, it fell to the bottom of the pack for its awkward handling, blah styling, and irritating multimedia system. The Odyssey is redesigned for 2018 and wows with an intuitive new multimedia system and loads of new creature comforts. Here are 4 ways it is an epic family road trip ride. Before we talk about all the bells and whistles that'll keep the kids happy, let's talk about the driver. First, it rides and handles better. The previous Odyssey was a chore to drive. It was slow, loud, and handled like a barge. The new one is much better. It's quieter, and you won't feel like a sea captain behind the wheel. While its ride and handling still feel clumsy compared with the more athletic Chrysler Pacifica, it's overall better this year. There's less body motion over bumps and lean in corners, and its suspension has a more controlled feel than the previous generation. It also has grounded, natural-feeling steering. Power is better too. For 2018, the 3.5-liter V6 returns, but horsepower is up. It also feels more responsive in part because of 2 new transmissions. Base models get a 9-speed automatic and up-level trims get a 10-speed. I tested the 10-speed in this top Elite trim. Aside from the occasional awkward shift at low speeds, it's overall quick and smooth. While I'd still choose the Chrysler Pacifica's comfortable, confident road manners, the new Odyssey is much improved. Second, it's loaded with creature comforts. I took the Odyssey on a 400-mile road trip to a Michigan beach town to test out all of its bells and whistles with my family of 5. Many of them passed. At first, this new cabin watch system seemed like a gimmick. It uses a camera to let the front seat occupants see the rest of the passengers, day or night, on the display audio screen. The nanny cam seemed more creepy than useful, but during my trip, I ended up using it a lot to see if my twins were finally napping and to monitor other backseat shenanigans. Also, my 7-year-old in the 3rd row thought it was hilarious and cool. What fell flat was the cabin talk system. Like Toyota's Easy Speak, it projects the sound of the driver's voice back to the 2nd and 3rd rows, but it sounded like I was in an aluminum can, and it was very distracting.
My 7-year-old also thought this was hilarious, but dumb.
Honda's large ceiling-mounted rear entertainment system returns this year, but with a modern twist. It can stream apps like PBS Kids, just when you thought you escaped Elmo. Lastly, I concluded my beach trip by cursing all the sand I carried home, until I powered up the Honda Vac. The cargo area vacuum made short work of the messy cabin, but it's only on mid-level touring models and above. Third, the display audio system has a better execution. Honda's previous multimedia system was a confusing array of knobs, dials, and screens. The new version is more streamlined in terms of both looks and usability. There's 1 screen instead of 2, and it's got an intuitive menu structure, clear icons, and it's just overall very easy to use. A couple things annoy, however. I like this volume knob, but there's no tuning knob. Also, the gear selector has been moved up near the climate controls, and it's a little bit strange like in the Honda Pilot. I'm sure drivers who use the car every day will get used to it, but I spent almost a week fumbling through park, reverse, and drive. Fourth, it takes an innovative spin on passenger and cargo flexibility. Honda calls its 2nd row seat system Magic Slide, and it's pretty close to magical. When you remove this center seat, the 2nd row can slide both forward and back and side to side into various different positions. I used this in 2 ways. I moved both seats to one side to create a large pathway to the 3rd row, even when rear-facing car seats are installed. Also, when my twins got on each other's nerves, I was able to separate them by moving them to each side of the van, leaving a lot of space and peace in between. In back, the magic continues with a super easy-to-fold 3rd row, which opens up a ton of cargo room. The 2018 Honda Odyssey starts at around $31,000. Similar to the outgoing model, but a little bit more expensive than base versions of the Chrysler Pacifica, Kia Sedona, and Toyota Sienna. Chrysler's Pacifica won Cars.com's last minivan challenge and our Best of 2017 award, but the new Odyssey is catching up and is a close second.